Sup? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure the stream's already started. Want to continue working on this. I've really liked building this. I can see Leo's here. 4K, Mr. Terry's here. Welcome to the stream. What the heck is that? Shift N. Oh, ploppers. I've done something wrong here. What the heck have I done wrong? Is it? Oh, fiddlesticks. If I bump that up to 2. I don't know what I've done. That is super frustrating. Anyway, good evening all. Here we are continuing to work on this. I don't know what's happened here. Everything's there. Well, hang on. The normals are facing the wrong way. That's what it probably is. Shift N, U, Shift N. You seem fine. If I go 0, sure, we'll go with that. ZZ. Oh, 0.02. There we go. All right, fixed it. So we can see that we've been playing and building this up. I'm liking this idea. So if we kind of go into rendered view, it's not bad. Zumwalt, welcome. Deadly, welcome. But yes, slowly be building this up throughout the week. More the details of the paneling. I'm working. Welcome, Mr. Spooky. I've had the week off, and so tomorrow I will be back at work in a good 10 hours. So let's go here. Just seeing some holes that I want to kind of like clear up, or add in some more holes just to add some extra details. But I'm a fan of the paneling. I'm a fan of what this engine looks like. I think that's great. A little bit subtle. Oldest story in the Bible. What? Oh, Z and Z. Okay. Drunk. Oh, there's some old video. Mark has shaved and yeah. So the reason for the shave is being at a kids soccer tournament for the past week, and this is me kind of like just cleansing myself from that tournament. Yeah, we won it. We won it, which is good. We played better than the other kids. They wanted it more, which is good. I mean, our boys wanted it more. The other team, man, the coach was hilarious. He was, if you could picture a dude who looks like a short version of Luigi, that was this guy. So I think he owned the soccer academy, and he posted up an Instagram reel telling the kids, all the kids were around, and he's like, tomorrow we're going to be a champions. And then the next day we beat them. We were the better team. That is why we're so disappointed. In your face, Jason. Hi from sunny Spain again. Night cow. You're not in Spain. Are you in Spain? I miss your face. Well, get a haircut. I know. I am due for one as well. Okay. Let's focus on this. A lot of the things that I want to work on is going to be the greebling. I don't want to add in greebles that I've already created. I'm going to try and focus on just creating some new ones. And so that's what we're going to focus on, is probably filling in this section, but also see if we can work out how we can put a door in and the dreaded landing gears. I don't know what that's going to look like. Second week of holidays, 7 days to go. Nice. Hope you have a family. Well, we're actually not. Our heater broke. And so, yeah, that's fun to have it break on the weekend. So that has not been good. However, we've got someone coming out tomorrow to hopefully fix it. But now my heater is my computer. A door. That's adorable. Perfect. Love it. I approve. Got me there. What are these greebly bits going to look like? I don't know. I think that we might have to add in maybe some like trenches in a way. So if we were to scale that Y, I got proportional editing turned on, so I'm going to turn that down. What the? Scale. Oh. Medium point, so scale Y. And then we'll go GG, bring that up. Then I'm just going to push that down. What the heck is that now? What are you? H to hide. Control Z. Why is there a face here? Do we need a sub? There we go. I don't know what that was about. So GG, C, and then we'll push it back down. And now that's going to give us a little bit of depth that we can kind of start fiddling around with. Let's go into screencast keys, just so that's there. I have some good pictures to make buildings from this place. Is amazing. Oh, in Spain. Yes. Interesting. Very interested in that. Okay, so we're going to go like so. Let's get P separate by selection. And I want to grab that. Okay, how are we going to do this? Scale. This is going to be poopy caca. Let's go something like this and something like that. From here, we'll go GG. GG. And what I kind of want to make on this part here is just something. Some like clips in a way. So if I go now delete faces, so we've got these pieces here. All I'm just going to do is generate, and we'll do a solidify modifier. Make that 0, even thickness please, and make it a little bit thicker. And so these are the kinds of things that we're going to be doing, and we're going to slowly build this out. We are so poor growing up, we couldn't afford shoes, so we'd cover our feet in bubble wrap and pop to the shops. Copy, paste. Oh my goodness. Actually, I can't use that one at work. I like this, I like this. So we're going to work a little bit on this section, and then I think we might work on the interior of the cockpit. I think our guy's still in there. Yeah, perfect. That's just for scale. In this section, let's go, whoops, and we'll go ahead, create a cube. And so this is how we're going to be thinking of our greebly parts. Let's go rotate. I don't know. What are we looking at? About there. That looks pretty good. Yep. I'll buy that for $1. And so in this section, let's kind of think about, we could do the Dan Brown approach. So there is a Blender artist called Dan Brown, who back in the day was like the bee's knees, well, for me anyway, in creating kind of like sci-fi stuff. However, I haven't seen him create anything of recent times. But the way he would just create stuff is just simple by extruding. So if we went extrude, scale, extrude, extrude, scale, and then pretty much just how he did it. And then that kind of will, we can go like this. Let's put a bit of a bevel on here. We'll do an inset and E to extrude. And so he would be doing these kinds of shapes. I want these two here, though, to be right-click, mark sharp. And let's go like so. And so when we pop out into rendered view, let's make sure we put in the metal material. No, you're black. No, metal. And then we come in over the top again and we can create extra panels. And I think this is more when Marco gets involved. Come on, you can do it, Marco. Shift D, Y, E to extrude. And now that's going to break up a little bit of the shape. GXX. Shift D, GXX. So by double tapping on the X there, we can move down. How do you make the panels on the Frigate? Very simple. So, for instance, here, we've got this piece, G. Let's go invert and hide. So we have just this one piece. What I am going to do, first up, is actually, let's just go select and select. P separate by selection. So we've got our glass separate to our body. Let me just clear out the materials. So with our body selected, let's go Shift D to duplicate. I'm going to make this one black, and we'll make the other one orange. Perfect. Then I'm going to add in a solidify modifier. Texturing wise, this isn't the best method, but it'll do. And now from here, we can simply just start creating edge loops. Control B to do a bevel, delete faces. And all we're doing now is just making cuts after cuts after cuts. Whoops, about there. Control B, delete faces. This is just the method that I have been doing for donkey's donks. Whoops. Delete faces. We'll do another one here-ish. Delete faces. And then there's, so for instance, this piece here. Okay, so this one is actually sitting on a curve. What I'd be doing is Control B and mouse wheel up one more. Yeah, that's right. Let's do that again. Control B, mouse wheel that up. And I can delete faces. There's a reason why I want to put that edge in the middle. That's if I didn't want to cut it all the way across. So that center point is hopefully where it still bends. But yes. Vertex Bird, welcome. I hope everyone's doing fantastic. Spooky, I look forward to seeing more of the helmet and see what else you come out with there. What is everyone else working on? Out of curiosity. By the way, Curiosity Show was a great show here in Australia. Think of, I don't know, did Bill Nye have a show? I'm assuming he did. Whoops, okay. And so you can see now, we're just building up those panels. Oh, that is looking good. Just making them a little bit wider. And then we can come in as well and put like an edge loop here, Control B. GG. And then we start adding in those little extra details. Everyone in town wears sweaters that are just just a size too small for them. We are a very tight-knit community. That's good. How do I find? Oh yeah, I can do that. Sick. With the I would like to think my signature on doing stuff, but it's not really. We can start adding in those kinds of extra cuts in there as well. So when we do an Alt-H, we bring it back, you can see how those panels have come in. I've been considering investing in Bose. I hear it's a sound investment. Bose or Booze? Bose. Interesting. I don't know. Okay, so let's kind of come back into this section in here. One of my favorite pieces that I ever created is this one. I wouldn't mind creating another version of it. So if we go into here, Kitbashing set, complex greebles, I believe. This one here. This is my favorite piece that I've ever done. So I kind of want to use this as inspiration, and we'll create something similar that we can start throwing in. I was working on to YouTube videos that I don't have to work in Blender. What? I don't know what you're saying there, Viking Bird. Be making Viking Cruiser. Yeah. You can either do it texture-wise as well, Rosanna Man, but I'm currently not working on anything. I was doing a big space out of scene, but got a new comp and Starfield has taken over. Oh yes, great decision, but also a poor decision. Shift S cursor to selected. Let's get some inspiration from this. We'll move that over. Wait, what's that? What's that symbol? Open library, open TT objects library. Ah. What's... Gotta be an add-on. Oh, true terrain. Alright, I gotta check that out later. Anyway. Go away. There we go. Post some test stuff I've been doing in Discord. Nice. We will quickly have a squizzaroonie. Showcase. Oof. Look at this. This is what rejected convenience is doing. Yikes. Spicy. Better English. I watch YouTube videos so I don't have to work in Blender. Right. Okay. Okay, so from here, let's kind of create something like this. Let's go B, and then we'll scale that in. That gives us this piece. Then from here, Shift S cursor selected. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in a cylinder. There we go. Let's go rotate on the x-axis. Oh, there's a ship in the way. Let's go there. Shift right click about here-ish. Let's bring up the spin tool, T, to bring up that side menu. It's almost like Colin Firth's Canon. Actually, yeah, let's do that. And then it goes GY, shift right click, and E to extrude. So that'll bring it down like that. Right click, auto shade smooth. That gives us this. I'm okay with this. Nice. Let's maybe steal this piece. Let's undo that. Let's go rotate 90. I'm just trying to keep it symmetrical without putting the mirror modifier in just yet, but I think I'm going to have to put that in. Something like that. Let's go Shift D X. Sorry, Y. Oops. I got face snapping. GY. Also, I need another audiobook. I wouldn't mind a sci-fi one. But I'm not after like 20 books. It's too much. It's too much. By the way, 4K production, love your Forbidden Planet animation. Did I might have missed that one. Everything, and there were some bits and pieces to bring over. Yeah, that was my biggest problem, was bringing over the hard drives from the other computer. That is not too bad. Actually, whoops. Let's go Control B to do a bevel. Let's go G to the Y. It's a bit of an interesting piece. I like it. I think we need just one more section under here. And then I think we're good to go. GY, E to extrude. Let's put an edge loop through there. Shift N. Beautiful. Let's just save that as a copy just somewhere off to the side, and we'll come back to that. Shift S, cursor selected, right click, set origin. Set origin to 3D cursor, Control A, apply rotation and scale. So now when we come over into face snapping, let's go G, hold Control, perfect. Oof, that's kind of a cool piece. Something like that. Move it up to there. And I think this is probably a piece that we could reuse. So if we were to do Shift D, hold Control, rotate 90, and that'll hide the fact that we're already using that piece. It's just because, just by changing the scale. So obviously from here, we're not really going to see that it is the same piece in multiple places. But I think actually this is going to have to be bigger. Individual origins, please. Just so it's sitting above. Nice. And then when we do a Control J, add modifier, generate mirror modifier, we can select our windshield. And now that's mirrored across. Perfect. This would be the big test. Now if I go black, can we do a DreamUV on it? Now, for those of you who are new to the stream, welcome. I'm using DreamUV to texture this one because I think I actually might just take it over to Unreal Engine. And by using DreamUV, we can quickly texture everything. Oop, that piece there needs to be DreamUV'd. Hotspot. Perfect. I think that's great. I like that. I like that. I think you should be black. And what are we looking at now? Cool. Just go auto smooth on that puppy. And we can see now how just by adding in those little pieces, it's starting to already increase in size. What else can we, what other ideas can we steal from here? I like this piece there. I think that's great. I like this one here. Okay, so Shift S, cursor. Sure. Let's go into a cube and we'll steal that piece as well, that idea. So something like this, flatten that puppy out, move it up. But anyway, back to you, Mark. I hope you're doing well as well. A little bit of a delay on that one. Okay, so we've got something like this, which is that. And then what we can do on top of this is Shift D. Scale it in a bit, scale it in a bit. And then this could almost be like so. I to do an inset, I to do another inset. Delete vertices. And then E to extrude. Bring that down. A little bit too high. GZ. Just some kind of more vents, I reckon, is what we need. We don't have any like emergency escape hatches or anything just like that yet. GG. And then we can grab these faces here. GZ. Put something like that. Shift N. I think we need to cut this up a little bit. So I'm going to grab that. Just do a Control B. Middle mouse wheel up once. Control numpad minus. And then Alt S to scale along the normals. Beautiful. And then let's just do a Control B. Awesome. Nice. Hotspot. Perfect. Let's go black. Right click shade smooth. That puts it there. And from here, G. Definitely we'll probably end up coming in and changing the colors up a smidgen. But we are just trying to build up something to fill in that space. Perfect. I like that. I like that. I like that. Let me just quickly go Shift D, Alt R, Alt G. And then we'll just move that one down there. Because then later on we can put that into our asset library. And that's why we're just trying to focus on this. I used to listen to Necromancer read by Gibson. I probably listened to it about 100. Listened to that one 100 times. He's on YouTube now. It's a very good reader, and I just love the story. You two did the music. Weird. Okay. Dark stars. Okay. A dark beyond the stars. Interesting. Notepad. That's the news app. Notepad. Why do I have that? I don't know, but let's go Control V. I've got spicy chicken, Italian herbs and cheese, and barbecue sauce. Oh, I know why is that. Okay, and I'll check that one out as well. Fergadelics. There we go. Well done. Just having a stroke. It's an older book, but checks out. Cool. I think piping is going to be very important in this section. So what we can even do. I am hoping that we don't have a busted sewer pipe. It doesn't smell like sewer. It just smells off. Whoops. Let's grab that. And then we'll rotate. E to extrude. Shift right click. And we'll put that back in its place. And let's go E. I've got a feeling that's too big, but that's fine. Let's go G and we'll hold Control. Snap that in place. You can clearly see that it's massive, but that's fine. I'm just going to scale that in. Move it up. And it's sitting in the ground, which is fine. And then we can go E to extrude and we'll punch that through there. That's just given us... Ooh, how am I going to do this? Shift D, G, Y, G, X. So the reason why I can move it on the Y and the X, so with like XX and YY, is because I rotated it in object mode before doing it in edit mode. Okay. Let's go black. Right click. I'm okay with that actually. Actually, what if we did metal? Nice. I think that works well. And we could even Shift D, hold Control, and then we could splice it in there as well. So we could have it wrap around that piece. Whoops. GZ, just put it on top. So I think the next project I have to do is some alternate options to the helmet. Made a landing pad. Oh, that's nice. Money on my new comment. Retrieved my wife. She now looks a lot better with only the two. No comment. Yeah, cyberpunk again. Yes, yeah. It's the cyberpunk beginning. So many ideas in one book. Apple TV is doing a series 40 years later. Interesting. I will have to look into it. Okay. I'm really liking how this is turning out. Yeah, completely agree. Now, if this wasn't on a stupid angle, I mean, we still could technically. So if I were to Shift D on that, and we plopped it in here, I'm going to get rid of one of these pipes in here. Delete vertices. Let's go rotate X. Sorry, Y 90. Let's go GZZ. Push it up. Just so it's sitting on top. On top. For anyone who doesn't know that reference, that is from Rowan Atkinson Live. On top. The one where when he's the school teacher. Or the school principal, whichever one. Actually, who remembers that? Rowan Atkinson Live. It is a classic. Original fillets are the inferior burger. Look, it's time to be honest with yourself. No. Original fillet or zinger burger? Let me know. We're having this discussion with Gaming in the Can, which is funny enough. Just a group of us having fun. So if you want, jump over, check out that. Gaming in the Can there. Hit a subscribe. But yeah, original fillet or a KFC zinger. Okay, let's go Shift D on that, and I'm going to bring that down, and we'll probably put another piece through there. And I'm just constantly going backwards and forths between render modes. Yeah, look at that. That's delish. Zinger all the way. Nah. The series... No way, you're dreaming. 180. Oh, that fits in quite nicely. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Probably needs to just create some plating, I reckon. And once we've created one plate, I think we will be good. Let's go YY. What? GXX. No. Oh, I've stuffed something up. Fine. Push that into there. Let's go start off with cube. Scale that down. And we'll scale it in a bit. G, hold control. And then this is going to be kind of like our plate that we're going to work with. So let's go E to extrude. Control B. Whoops. GG. Control B. GG. Okay. Do it like that. Nice. And then we might just copy and paste that around a few times. Probably should have UV unwrapped it before I went further, which is fine. So as you can see, I'm always now trying to texture as I go, so I don't have to worry about it as much later. Black, and then hotspot that. Perfect. Shift D, G, rotate 180. Rotate ZZ 180. Oh, I remember. Yes, Toby was Rowan Atkinson's character there. As you have guessed, I am the devil, but you can call me Toby. Oh, there are so many things. So, true story. There's one of the things in that live stand-up where it talks about going on a first date, and when they open the door, don't just stand there. When they open the door, make yourself distracted with something. And so what I was doing was just locking the car. Oh gosh, memories. But anyway, there you go. That's I took the advice from a comedy show. Scale Y -1. So yes, as you can see, we're just adding in some paneling, and now you can already see how much the silhouette has broken up just by doing something so simple. I wouldn't mind actually splitting this a little bit. So what we will do is this section. Whoops, let's go 7. I'm going to go knife tool, AC, so it cuts all the way through. With that, let's go GG, GG, merge by distance, and then that'll allow me to go put an edge loop through here. Then bevel, middle mouse to add in that extra line, Alt S, and now we're adding in just some kind of like panel lines to break up that whole piece is the idea. We might do it a few more times in various places. Let's go here again, Control B, Control numpad minus, Alt S, and then press V to rip. There we go. So from afar, it's not bad. Just found out why my YouTube sound has been so low with speakers, and computer at 100% Google Chrome app sounds was down in control panel. Check out Gritoski with English subs. I will write that down. Let's go like that. What else we got? Blender 4.5. Now's the time to dip my toe into geometry nodes. You don't need geometry nodes. I know, geometry nodes are pretty cool. There's some amazing stuff. Like, what's his name? The ball of fluff. Cartesian. I can't remember his name. Too bad, so sad. Yeah, there's a few Blender artists which are like off tap with their geometry nodes. Okay, I like this. I like this. This is great. This is looking good. We might put another panel line through here, sorry. Control numpad minus, Alt S. Oh, look at that. Delish. We just need, yes, beautiful. There we go. Cartesian Carmel. Yes, go check out his channel. Geometry nodes are amazing. He was doing some crazy live streams a while ago. The snow takes it out of you. You can't even type. Manta. What? I don't know. I think somebody's a little bit tired. Okay. Nice. This is coming along well. And then obviously as we do hotspot, these pieces will start cleaning themselves a bit more. I feel like I need to put a bevel through there. But yeah, that's going to be great once we start really filling in some of those pieces. What other inspiration can we get from here? I like that one there. I want that one. Let's go Shift A, Mesh, Cube. And so the idea that we have, I think it's even working on a feature film with this geometry not. Oh, jeez. I went to the doctors about my hearing loss. He asked me, what are my symptoms? I said Homer is the fat guy and eats donuts. And Marge has the blue hair. My wife says that I never listened to her. I thought that was a weird way to start a conversation. No! Oh, are you even listening to me? And then I thought, no, that's a weird way of starting a conversation. Oh, whoops. Back up into here, into incremental. There we go. And I might do one more. How was the snow? Yes, in Australia we've got snow. Not the best snow. Not compared to that, nice silky Canada snow. Or anywhere else in the world snow. My wife just asked me if she is boring. My wife just asked me if she is boring me as I have yawned 4 times while she was already talking to me. I told her they weren't yawns. They were 4 unsuccessful attempts to try and get a word in. Agreed. Oh, that's good. I like that one. And then, so I'm just creating just some panel pieces on here. Not everything needs to be uniformed. And so that's how we can get, this kind of stuff. Maybe, what if we did this? Let's see if we can grab, oh my goodness, that is hurting my eyes. Control B. And then we go ahead and grab all this. This isn't going to work because these are already on the edge. Stuff it. Let's go K, AC. I'm going to cut this across all the way through. And then that way I can come in and we go select all that, Control B to bevel. Then I can come in here and select all this. Faces, please. 3. We'll go slower. Let's go Alt S. And so now we've kind of got this little piece. Shift D. Make sure we plop that back into our library that we're creating. And then we'll do a face. Then we can come in and we can start adding this into various paths. And then this is going to just break up the scene some more. Great. Let's do a Shift D. Rotate Z 180. Scale that up. Let's move it into there. And I mean, all these pieces that we're creating right now, we can obviously transfer into other areas. Let's go hotspot. Let's go black. And I think what we might do is with all the metal parts, we might split all these up a little bit later on and add 2 separate colors. And I think that's where it's going to pop a lot more. But already this is looking great. Control S to save. What I am going to do is get all the pieces that we can. Like so. And do that. Control J to join. So now we can see what it looks like where there's not too much light, which is still looking great. Definitely, whoops. We're going to add in all these panels. Thought there was another one. Control J to join. And then we go, now we're getting that really nice layering effect. I think, yeah, this is looking golden. Let's now maybe work on this section in here. Let's apply mirror sub D. Then we can come into the top, select all this, delete faces, come in, add modifier, mirror clipping. So now we can just focus on that section. So with Blender 4.5 out, will that mean Decal Machine won't work with it? Yeah, but in saying that, the guy's pretty quick. He's so smart with Decal Machine. So just give it a bit, or just don't jump ship just yet. Oh man, Decal Machine. I got to get back into that puppy. But yeah, my recommendation is just wait a little bit. He is very quick on updating his add-on. What? I reckon. Whoops, Shift N. What? Shift N inside. Yeah, I knew you were a problem down here. You jerk. Control L. Control L. Shift N inside. Doesn't matter, but that's okay. So, got an idea. Is that... Oh, it is the same. Awesome. Brilliant. Are you using box cutter or hard ups? No, I'm not, Mark. I've just never been able to get into it. I don't know why. I think 4.5 is scheduled on the release for August 19th, right around... Well, I think all the ads and all that for Character Creator 5 have been saying end of July, but I haven't heard anything yet. Decal Machine and Sanctus are working on 4.5. Awesome. Maybe I should jump over to 4.5. Is it in beta or has it been released? I don't typically follow the Blender versions. I'm just like, I'll just use 4.5. Okay. I will jump ship after this stream. Hang on. I've got an account on the Blender Cloud, don't I? Blender Cloud? Do I have an account? I'm pretty sure I'm registered. Join. No, log in. Continue. Oh, would you look at that? I completely forgot I had a Blender Cloud login. Oh, crud. Do I? Subscription active. Yeah. Sweet. I need to go through this. Okay, good. It's good to know. Yeah. I haven't actually watched it yet. I got to sit down and watch it. But yeah, I'm pretty chuffed for it. I have been actually playing around with the Blender connector with Character Creator 5 as well. So I was able to design something simple, clothing, bring it over into Character Creator. My big thing is, I don't know if I can take for instance, their shirt, edit the shirt, and then put it back as, I can, on their store or whatever. I mean, even though I've like retexture and all that kind of stuff, But yeah, I'm still coming up with the ideas for the character. I did use Midjourney briefly for the idea, and it kind of like spat out these ideas, but I'm like, it's a little too Star Warsy for my liking. But I reckon that looks sick. Like, look at that design. And then yeah, that's way too Han Solo. Way too handsy. What do you think about voicing the role of my dingo in my film? I posted the video on Discord. What do you think about it? I have to remember to go back and have a look. Where is it? Blender? Where'd you post it? I have no idea where it is. Send me a private message. DM me. DM me. I'll have a look. That'll remind me. Divided a mesh until 40 million and was not laggy at all. The viewport is much smoother with Vulkan. Hang on, that's in here or somewhere, isn't it? System Vulkan. Interesting. I will jump over 4.5 and we'll do some testing. Okay, I like this, I like this, I like this. We can once again start grabbing some of the pieces that we've already created now. So for instance, this one here. Whoops. This one here, push that up. That's weird that cap's not there. Let's grab that. Shift D, hold Control, snap that in place. And then we can grab that again, rotate Z 180. Oh, itchy nose. What's this piece here? Shift D. And you can see here, even though we've already used this piece a few times now, it is okay. My big thing is I wonder what we can do through this section. Oh my god, it's itchy nose. The animation of the guy being exported into the sci-fi prison by robots. Alright, I'll have to try and find it. So I am 4.5, but I still have 4.3, 4. Yeah, cool. I will jump ship, and then I can test it out at work tomorrow. Shift S, cursor selected, right click, set origin to 3D cursor. Now, big problem is, so did I do well from your suggestion? Heck yeah, you did. Looked awesome. I want to steal it. I think, yeah, it's great. It'll be interesting to see that if you go down and make a kind of like the rest of the body, because as well, having a helmet means you don't have to animate the face, which obviously speeds up the animation process. So that's why Toaster Face doesn't have, that's why the face doesn't have anything moving. It's because it's one less thing to animate. And so what I'm referring to is about 2-3 weeks ago now, we did this guy. And so we worked on the head, and I textured it all in Substance, put in some, red and so on and so forth. And I mean, that's looking pretty suave. And so I think if we press play, you can kind of see him moving. Not bad. Hands, though, I wouldn't mind redoing their hands, but that's kind of like a small thing to come back and try and fix up. It's more, can we see what the face does? And the shirt. But I think that's okay. I know you suggest that one because you needed one for your series. Yeah. What do you call a silly goose? Claw. Okay. All right. I'm going to grab this piece here. Oh, gosh. Let's grab these here. And then we'll just duplicate. Control L. Shift D. P, separate by selection. Shift S. Let's go. Yeah, no. Set origin to geometry. G, hold control. And we'll just put that in there. G, Z, Z. What the? It's weird. Why are you being stupid? Oh, no. There we go. It's fine now. Just still grabbing that idea of all the pipes. Let's go GY. GXX. And we can slot that in there like that. And as we start looking around, perfect. This is good. Oh. Black. Black. Hotspot. Hotspot. Oh, it's looking tough. I think we still need to maybe grab this area in here. I to do an inset, bring it down. Let's do an alt. Kind of want to grab these. Let's go GG. And we'll do the same for this top section. GG. That looks really good. Thanks, Mike. It's coming along quite nicely. I'm really fairly chuffed with it, actually. I think as well, once we start adding one aspiring artist, welcome. I think once we start slapping on decals and such, and it was kind of like what we talked about last week. Yeah, so this is what we've been working on. We worked on last week as well. I wonder if I did like so, Control B, middle mouse, Control numpad minus. Oh, that's a little bit too aggressive. Control B, and then we do that. Let's go V to rip. That comes together a lot nicer. Through here, let's go ahead and maybe create some more parts. Let's do, I know everything is very squarish. It's okay though. Let's maybe do something that goes off center. Something like that. And then we could maybe we grab these. Just trying to think what is the best way to do this. Let's just right click, subdivide, subdivide. There to there will be J. There to there will be J. There and there, right click, subdivide. Oh, perfect. Here to here, J. So that now when we select that whole edge loop, whatevs. Yep, that's fine. Scale Z0. Then we can grab this, E to extrude. Select this face, Shift S, cursor selected. And so all that we're building is kind of like Kitbashing assets. Trying not to use the old ones. I think I will towards the end of it, just to hurry up the process along. Right click, auto smooth. If I do hotspot, that worked, perfect. Let's go black. Oof, that is looking schmick. Let's do a Shift D and put that over there by the other pieces. I just replayed in Discord in general. Okay. If you watch on stream, yes. Yes. I will watch it, after the stream, unless I am cooked, and then I'll watch it tomorrow. Because Michael's tired. It has been a massive week. Massive week. Oh, I like that. Let's utilize that in a few other places. Like so. And that's cool. What else can we steal from the other side? Oh, that's so schmick. And I'll probably end up just copying and pasting a whole bunch of pieces down here. Oh my goodness. Okay. That is looking delish. Let's just fill in this hole now with a whole bunch of other things. So maybe what we can do is create some sort of like pluggy pieces. Circle inlets, I guess. I have gotten back into Factorio and I absolutely hate myself. I really hate myself for that. Why do I do that to myself? Okay, let's do hotspot. Let's go black. Oh, that's looking so good. Let's go Shift D, move that over to there. G, hold control. G, just find some space. Shift D. And then that's going to break up that like square silhouette, I guess. Nice. I like that. Markham, can I suggest some reaction control thrusters spreading around the ship? Yes. I understand what you're saying. Was going to be that good and turned out it was great. Worth a watch. Oh, don't. I don't want to watch it. Ugh. My daughter has watched it a few times now. I'm like, I don't know what it is. With the dancing and the hip hop and the music. Okay. Let's kind of create some sort of complex pipe, I guess. So what I'm thinking is if we create a piece like this, shift right click, shift right click, E, shift right click, and then it pops over the top. And then it goes to there. Shift right click. The animation is amazing. I tried to watch it, but did not care for the style of the animation. And that's the thing as well. I've tried to watch Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, and I'm like, it's the animation style. It's just not my cup of noodles. Okay, I like that. I think that's great. Let's go ahead and grab all this. Shift D, Y. Tell me why. G, Y. Far out. Oh, I hope that when you guys are using Blender now, you're doing the same. Oh gosh. All right, let's do something like this. GY, shift right click, shift right click, shift right click. Oops. E to extrude. And then we can go shift right click. All right, I like that. It's just kind of like just some complex pipes. Not really that complex, but it's more that idea of pipes moving in between each other. Do we? No, let's leave it as that. Hotspot. Move that off to the side. Shift D. Now, one thing that we can always do is, now that we're starting to create a whole bunch of little pieces, we can actually look at combining the little pieces. Let's go, whoops, rotate Z 90 to the minus. Actually, that seems pretty good. And then it sits in there. That looks awesome. Let me just have a quick squizzeroni. That's cool. Cool. Let's duplicate that. Shift D, hold Control. Which is fine. And then we might just steal it again. Oops, what have I done? Nothing. Shift D. Rotate ZZ 90. Rotate ZZ 90. GXX. And then that gives us something like that. And you kind of see those pipes popping up. Oh yeah. What is that gizmo? Oh yeah, so spin tool. Love it. It's great. Best tool. I was modeling laser with a character toy and used your technique in making line panels. I remember your shortcuts from these live streams. Awesome. The GG and the YY. Okay, so that looks great. I think though, yeah, we're gonna add something a lot bigger through here. So what I was talking about, combining now some of these parts. So for instance, we've now created these. Let me just go black. Okay, and you can go black. And then you can go black as well. So we now have 5 pieces, 6 pieces. And we can use these as different combinations. So Shift D, let's use this as an example. And then this piece here, Shift D. Maybe this can sit on top. And for those of you who have used my kitbashing set, you actually might see some of these pieces, like this idea, being used across a few pieces. And then we can go Shift D, rotate Z. And then, for instance, we can have that line up to about there. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see, does this piece fit anywhere? Rotate Z. Rotate Z. Can we get it sitting anywhere? DD. Art makes a scene. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so now we've got that. Can we throw this piece anywhere? I mean, this can be like some sort of like little tiny piece that just sits on the top. Shift D to the X. And there's 2 of them. Scale. GY. And so now you can see that we've created a nice complex piece with just duplicating what we already have. Auto smooth. Can we... maybe this one as well. Let's go Shift D, rotate Z. It can sit into this section. Something like that. I could probably remove this section, delete vertices. And then that'll give us another reason to use this. Perfect. So let's grab that, Control J, this one here, Control J to join. So now we've got this larger piece. Shift D X, and then that sits on there like so. There's pipes that go nowhere. Whatevs. That's pretty cool. And we'll do that. Control J to join. Just adding complexity in. Shift D, hold Control. I don't think that's really going to work, is it? Rotate ZZ. Nice. Shift D. Come on. And there we go. So that's kind of like, yeah, how I've done some of these pieces. Although we've just created 6 pieces, now we've created a 7th piece that's a little bit more complex. And then obviously we can still work on this piece as well. So for instance, I'm going to grab this piece here, scale on the X. Let's go, oh my goodness, that one and that one. E to extrude down. Get these two, Control B to do a bevel. Let's go E to extrude and we'll pop that in. Control L, Shift N. And then we could grab kind of like this section in here, Control L. We will deselect that, GY. And now we've kind of created this nice little cool cover. Goes nowhere, does nothing. Perfect. Just thumbing up, passing by. Got a date. Good luck with your date. Hey, funny enough, we were talking about that earlier. Where we learnt stuff from Rowan Atkinson. Cool. I like that. I like the fact that we've got a cover on this now. Just going to duplicate that piece. And it can be panelless. Nice. You know what? I don't think that really needs anything else. It does need stuff. Maybe what we can do is I'm just going to hide. From here, what I want to do, because I do want to put in some sort of like pipes and cables, and that's a very cheap way of putting in complexity. So let's go ahead and create a curve, Bezier curve. Select everything, delete everything. Then we can come over here into the draw tool. We come over into tools, I guess. We want to draw on the surface. I think that's it. And then we just draw. Boop. And then let's go into these kind of settings. Geometry. We'll increase the depth. And then that does that. Nice. And then from here, we can go into the bevel mode, Bezier mode now, and we can start cleaning the mess up. Like so. Just want to try and straighten it out because it is a bit messy. Not the footballer, but something like that. Okay, what's this doing? Let's rotate that around and then it can go just straight in. Let's open that up. Rotate. And then, yeah, we're just cleaning up these pipes. Let's select all, push them up a bit. And then we can just adjust. Bring you back down, mate. Let's now do an Alt-H. Itchy nose. We can go into black. Kind of doesn't work because it is intersecting everything. What else? I got a question. Did you see the post I did on Discord? Do you have any tips for sound? Freesounds.org. There's plenty on there. There's a whole bunch of licensing that you can check. You know what? I don't think I like that cable. I wonder if it makes a difference in metal. Semi. We'll come back. We'll add in more stuff on that one. But that is looking delish. I do like Spooky's idea around the individual kind of like thrusters in terms of giving the ship maneuverability. So let's think about creating something like that. We'll go into a cube. I'm just going to push that up. Scale. Now, do we create... This is what I think. Let's, delete vertices. Right, Shift S cursor selected. Let's go ahead and go put a ball in there. This ball is what's going to rotate the thruster. Yeah, Chris Smith. I have seen that they do have an audio library, but there's nothing really on that library. Sorry, in terms of sound effects. For the other stuff, yeah, great music on there. But in terms of the E to extreme, but in terms of sound effects, nah, sucks. Cool, I like that. Let's just edit this now a little bit. Something like that, something like that. Let's now go E to extrude, scale, shift, okay. Whoops, individual origins. Scale, shift, Z. Oh, you suck. Okay, let's go. What? What are you doing? Oh, individual origins. E to extrude. This is what we want. And then I'm going to move these top edges down. So what we're doing at the moment is creating some sort of like thrusters. And then we'll do a Control B to do a bevel. I think that looks kind of cool. It has to sit like so. Oh, that's not sitting in the center. That's fine. That's fine. Not. Are we ever going to animate this? I don't know. But we can worry about that at a later stage. And then let's go shade smooth. Perfect. And then what we want to do is create some sort of like a little thruster style. So I've got cylinder. Something like that. Let's go E to extrude. I, E, oo, oo, ah, wada, wada, bing, bang. Something like that. I, E. And we'll create two materials, and we'll do little engine light, a sign. And then we'll do what I did on the main engines. E to extrude, a sign. This can be black. U can be black, but we add in metal. This piece becomes metal. This piece here can be black. No, orange. DreamUV. Oop, didn't like that. That's fine. Let's go Control E, mark seam. And for those of you who are wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm using a tool called DreamUV. So I've got a whole bunch of materials I've already created for it. Control E, mark seam. Let's go hotspot in that now. Perfect-ish. And so the idea is, whoops, I reckon this needs to be fixed up. Scale, Shift Z. Something like that. Right click, auto smooth. We select everything. Control J to join. Control J to join. And so we'll move that down there. And so the idea is, let's actually rename this. And this is going to be Control Thruster. Thrustmaster. Control Control Thruster. Perfect. So now when we go ahead and start adding this in, Shift D, hold Control. Is that a good enough size? Yep, I'll buy that for $1. And then we can just start placing these on various sections of the ship. Might need to be a little bit bigger. However, yeah, should be sitting on the extremities. Something like that. Just little boys. Yeah, that's cool. Then, yeah, later on we can join all these together. Control J to join. And then we can go into the mirror. You need to be mirrored off the windshield. There we go. That's pretty cool. Can you do a toot on making materials? Yeah, kinda. Yes, I'll see what I can do. What's the time? All right, it's 11:30. I know I started the stream, very short stream. I'm going to be streaming a lot more this week. So, like and subscribe. There is going to be a lot more streams because I have no idea what videos to make. So I'm just going to stream me working. And so we're going to try and finish off this ship by the end of the week. And we'll go from there. But for now, I'm going to call it a night because I'm super tired. And it's back to work tomorrow. So, hopefully I'll see you Tuesday. I'm going to jump on Discord. Here, let me send you a link to my Discord. I'll jump on there for a little bit. Come say hi. Control V.